Good morning. I think there's quite a lot of you entering now, and you're hopefully seeing what's on the screen. We'd like you to tell us what you're most looking forward to hearing about and learning about today as we get everybody into the room, into the virtual room. And I think there's some instructions on the screen. So if you go into www.menti.com and use the code 66007813 and let us know what you're most looking forward to hearing about and learning about today. That'd be great. There's more people coming into the waiting room that we're going to be letting in fairly soon. More people are starting to put some information in. That's great. Oh, that's great. Transcripts, job interview tips. Looking good. Lots of words there. What else have we got? We've got NQP tips and tricks. Yeah, hopefully we'll be covering some of those. We've got another 5 minutes, so we're just going to let more people in. It's amazing. So let's see what else people are saying. I hope you're all seeing what I'm seeing. So we've got switching between fields, transitioning into work, life as a band 5. It's all good.
Morning, everybody. Thank you for joining.
Okay, really good ideas coming out about what people would like to learn. think we're going to be nearly about to start, but we have got a lot of participants on the call already, which is great. So, other things you want to know: life after qualifying, skills in demand, expectations from an NQP. So I hope you're looking at the chat box, and Kaylee's put some information in there. Hopefully we can see you. Okay, so another minute or so. What else are people saying through the menti.com? Oh, someone's having problems with audio, but they're hopefully one of my colleagues will be able to help you with that. So we've got students from so many universities today. I shall talk to you a bit about that in a minute. What else have we got coming through the Menti? So what employers expect. Switching between fields. Yep, transitioning into work. Hopefully we'll be able to cover many of these areas. Okay. So we're doing very well with the numbers. Any other ideas that people have as to what they'd like to get out of today? Do you use the menti.com platform? We've got what employers expect, band 5 roles. Job interview tip seems to be a very strong theme there. That's interesting. That's good. Okay, so I think it's 10 o'clock. So I think we should get started probably. Hello, everybody. So my name is Kamini Gadhok and I'm Chief Executive at the Royal College of Speech and Language Therapists. Before I introduce our first panel, I just want to do a little bit of welcoming and housekeeping for all of you. So that you know how to use the various, I think you've already found out how to use some of the various functions to help communicate with us. So I hope you've found your virtual delegate badge. So you've got your names on screen. If you wouldn't mind adding to your virtual badge a bit more information about your university that you're studying in. If you like to do that, that would be great, as well as if it's a master's or if it's a pre-registration course, that would be great. Then we know which university you're from. We understand that we've got coverage from all the universities, so 17 universities are represented today. I think it's just Ulster who haven't had any students who could come because they're all on placement. So we're really happy to see the coverage across the UK. Thank you so much for coming. We'd like you to use the chat function if you have any questions to the events teams. That's Kaylee, Jasmine and Rebecca. If you've got any problems with audio, as some of you are already doing, then do let us know. That would be really helpful. If you want to put your cameras on so we can see you, that will be lovely too. So we see who's here. Do feel free to do so. And remember that if you need to pop out at any point, you can rejoin the conversation. You know, stay online if you can. If you need to have a quick break, and you know, do sort of keep with us as long as you can. As well as that, if you have any additional needs, we have asked students who are joining us if they need any additional support to let us know. But if you haven't had a chance to do that, can you let either Rebecca, Jasmine or Kaylee know through the chat function? Just if you give one of them a message, private message, that would be great. And finally, we do want you to evaluate the day. So before you go, at the end of the day, we'd really like you to fill in the evaluation form. We'll tell you a bit more about how you're going to do that later on, because it's critical for us to know what you thought, both about the content, but also about the platform and how it's worked for you, so that we can help, well, that will help us to inform how we develop the student study day for next year. So I hope that's okay. And I will make sure I pass to colleagues to make sure I've got the evaluation process right later on. Is that okay? All right, so next slide, please, then, Jasmine. I think hopefully I've covered most of the issues there. So hopefully you've seen what we hope that the learning objectives are for today's session. I'm not going to read these out to you, but I'll leave the slide up so you can have a read of what we were hoping to cover. And I'm pleased that most of the things you've asked for in the Menti, when we asked what you'd like to get out of the day, are covered in these learning objectives. So I'll just leave you to have a little read of that for a second. Okay. And Kaylee's rightly just reminded you to use Twitter to tweet and network throughout the day. So she's put something in the chat box, and it's on that slide too, hashtag RCSLT Student Day. It's really important that you use this as an opportunity to network, be it virtually. So we have got a session at the end of the formal part of the study day for you to stay on over sort of lunch and informally have an opportunity to talk to other colleagues who are on the call. So at the moment, we've got about 238 participants, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so that's a lot of people virtually, so that's fantastic. Right, should we move on to the next slide, please, Jasmine? That would be great, thank you. So one of the things we asked colleagues to let us know, and I've mentioned the number of universities who are covered, was to really to find out a bit more about which client group you see yourself working with in the future. You know, where do you see yourself heading? And it's sort of always an interesting thing to ask when we ask this question, to see how far students have gone in terms of making this decision about the population group that they want to work with. So as you can see from the slide, it's pretty 50-50 in terms of people who've made a decision whether they want to work with children or adults. And then there are a significant number who are quite interested in working in either and have yet undecided. And I'm sure that as you go through your career journey, you know, and your jobs and your careers open you up to lots of new experiences, you know, your views will change as well. So, but it's good to have a sense of where you think you might be going. And that will link us to some of the conversations we're going to have during the day.